Wonderful. So this video is to show how we use the 90 system to track our sales outcomes. And we do that in the scorecard. So in instead of having a row for both John or myself, we're going to keep this combined. And the way that we do that, or for future managing directors, if thankfully, John, myself are still in the organization. But so when we go into this, when we're tracking the specific uh, metrics for instance, like this one will probably be the most intuitive, but if we go to like here, if you hover over say we're filling it in for the week of April 15th through the 21st, and in this cell, there's a little custom thing that you can add in. So if I'm doing my own weekly cold calls for the week, I may say, okay, I did 29 for the week. And then John did 1. Then I know here that since I'm the person responsible for summarizing this and reporting when we go through this section during our weekly sales meeting, then I will summarize this for the group and to be able to fill that in. That's not, it was actually 39 for me, which is just me this week. I need to delete this. But yeah, so hoping that kind of helps you to do that, and we're going to do that for every one of these categories. So go in here and fill in a custom note on what your specific results were, and then I will summarize it so we have that as a team. But then that way if we ever have to diagnose if there's any, why are we not getting enough sales meetings scheduled or those executed? It's always going to go back to the fundamentals of, are we being able to maintain the number of, the goal of 15 a day, weekly, or daily cold calls that should, be able to get us to the number that we need on 5 days of 15 calls a day to get there. So yeah, so I hope this is helpful. Again, you just want to go in, add a note with your initials, how many that you did versus the other person, and the person who's responsible over here, the owner of the metric, will summarize that for you so you don't have to do that. But before our sales meetings, I want you to be filling in your initials and how many you did of each of these things. So that is just generally what is to be done. I want to, quickly go through some of these that are less intuitive. I don't think I need to talk about, the meetings you held, the meetings you scheduled, the cold calls, how many proposals came of it, how many proposals that you won from it. But I do think it probably makes sense to address what these two are. So Crowbar's emailed by Spirit Consulting. We're talking about emails that we've created and sent to one of our friends that's going to introduce us. They could say introductory emails, but crowbar, we like the image of, one of your friends literally using a crowbar to crowbar you into a relationship with a prospect. So this is how many emails that week, whatever this section is, did you send to your network to get them to introduce you? So you like create the mock email for them so that they don't have to do work to do that. And then this category is then once you've like, so if you could look over here, the week prior, I had emailed Mark Kotlier a crowbar email so that he could quickly write an email to me for Tom Strauss introducing the two of us and CCing me on the email. Then the following week, I was able to get Mark to so I sent the email to Mark, but then this week Mark actually sent it to Tom. And so then therefore I actually got 2 this week, both Mark introducing me to Tom and Fabian Stone introducing me to his director of talent acquisition, Gab Cornfield. So therefore that's why it's 2. And then we're kind of, it's a little bit of, then if you're able to actually get a meeting scheduled out of this, then you will see that of one of those people that I got crowbarred into, I was able to also schedule a meeting with Tom Strauss for that week. as well. So that kind of summarizes for our sales goals in our scorecard of what we will be covering into on a weekly basis. Questions, let me know.